This is Dollar Jr. on behalf of Plasma SKX. We're returning again, with this time with Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin Edition for the Quick Start series, getting overpowered as quickly as possible. Now the setup for this is not that difficult. You might have to practice on a few bosses, but you'll do this in under 30 minutes to get set up. And you can have as many souls as you want for as long as you want. I recommend doing this offline. In fact, I think it has to be done offline for one of the NPCs to spawn over and over, but I'm not 100% sure. Before going into the hut to name our character, we're going to go visit the troll here, but we're not going to fight him. We're just after the gold pine resin that he's guarding. Now, fun fact, did you guys know that you can just hang out with the troll and he won't even touch you? As long as you're not running or rolling around him or getting really close to him, he'll just sit there and let you loot the gold pine resin. He's just chilling. Just don't run and you'll be alright. But we want the gold pine resin for the pursuer. It's going to be a lot easier to take him out with it. Now we're naming our character Scrooge because we're going to be the wealthiest undead in all of Drain Lake, and you'll see why very soon. You must start as cleric. You really don't have a choice unless you want to farm, and we're not farming anything. You'll also have to have the bonfire aesthetic as your gift. Now to become the wealthiest undead in all of Drain Lake, we're going to need a few items first. Unfortunately, we have to kill the merchant. We have to kill Malin. There is no way around it unless you want to go to the Brightstone Cove Seldora and farm the spiders. But you can always bring the merchant back, from what I understand, after a certain amount of time. So it really is a win-win for us here. But we need his outfit, the Seldora set. It's going to give us extra souls for every kill. And we combine that with the Silver Covetous Ring +1. And that's the maximum we can get at the moment, until you get the Symbol of Avarice, which we're not going to get in this video, obviously. Killing Malin is not hard. We're just going to use the mace, and the cleric starts with it, so. And it's a good thing we have the mace as the starting class. This really is the perfect class to do this for. I mean, because you have everything you need right off the bat. We're going to hit him 3 times. And then hit him, wait for our stamina to regen, and then hit him again. Make sure your stamina is regen again, and then just hit him 3 more times, and then just wait for a couple more hits, and that's it. We now have his gear, the Seldora set. Equip all of it immediately. We're going to want a couple of Estus shards just in case. Pick this one up from the well. Now we're off to see the Dragon Rider. We need to cheese him. But even if you can't get him to fall off, you can still kill him with the mace. It's not that difficult. But we're going to tag this bonfire so we can come back to it. Normally you'll only get about 12,000 souls for killing the Dragon Rider, but with the Seldora set we'll get even more. We are going to go out of our way just to pick up a few extra souls, just because they're there. You'll want a shield of some description. We're not going to spend money on any of them, but there's a free one right here in this chest. It doesn't block all of that great damage, but it's still better than nothing. Your best option really is the large leather shield from the Forest of Fallen Giants, but we're not gonna do it. We don't need it. But it blocks 90% of damage. And it's your best option for the early game. But for where we're going, we don't need it. Fun fact here, you may think that the Broken Thief Sword is 100% useless, but you need to think again. It's actually a very good weapon to put a poison infusion on. because it's very quick to proc the poison and it's a very fast move set. Only problem is it breaks quite easily. We're just going to run past these enemies. There's no sense in fighting them. There's a human effigy over here and a soul, so we're going to grab that. Now, if you do not get the Dragon Rider cheese to work, like I said, don't panic. It's a very easy boss to kill, especially with the weapon that we have. So you just get behind him and hit him with the mace's double-handed R2 or R1. Manage your stamina, and he's an easy cakewalk boss anyway. But of course, we're going to try to cheese him. The key to cheesing this boss is you have to wait till he steps 7 times, but you have to wait just a split second more after the 7th step. When he lifts his foot up, then you go. And we'll get 14,916 souls for that. We now have enough souls to offer Melintia to get the Silver Serpent Ring +1. This is a vital NPC to speak to. We need to buy the Miracle Force off of her. This is the miracle that you need to become the richest in all of Drangleic forever. We're just going to exhaust her dialogue to get her to move to her next location. Now we just need to get to Melintia to get the ring. Go ahead and equip Force immediately. I just realized we haven't even spoken to the Emerald Herald yet, so we need to speak to her to get our Estus Flask, and we'll offer her our shard as well. We do not need to level anything. Now just make your way to Melintia. Unfortunately, we're going to have to kill a few enemies along the way because it just makes it that much easier to get to the ladder without getting gangbanged by 100 enemies at the same time. I did try running past them. It didn't work out too well. The game is kind of designed for you to not run past enemies. The game doesn't want you to do that. It just makes it a lot harder on you. None of these items are necessary. It's just they are important items. Human effigies are very important, so whenever you can get free ones, just go ahead and get them. But as far as the setup, we don't need it. You can farm this troll if you want to, especially if you get the Silver Covetous Ring and come back and farm him. You can get the required souls you need, but we're not going to do that. But this is an alternative method you can use if you fail the boss fight. You only have one chance to kill him. And if you don't back up your save, I recommend just restarting. Unless you just like to farm. Unfortunately, we need to kill all these enemies. They're just going to follow us to no end. The aggro on these enemies almost seems infinite. They'll just follow you to the ends of the earth. Try not to aggro that many enemies, though. Stick to this outside, but you're still going to aggro a couple. There's no getting around it. Haste makes waste here. You really do need to clear these enemies out. couple more enemies we need to deal with. Get as many life gems along the way as you can. You'll need them later. Take this guy out as fast as you can, and then avoid this guy. You might get hit by the fire bombs. We just want to get to the bonfire as fast as we can. There are some bewitching urns around the corner. We can use these against one of the bosses that we're going to fight. Now, buy 50 fire bombs from the hag. And because I always forget, we're just going to go ahead and exhaust her dialogue to get her to move to Majula. Now we need 50 fire bombs. Well, you don't need them. You just need to spend 10,000, but we need a good amount of fire bombs, so I usually just buy 50. We're going to purchase a few throwing daggers. Usually 4 is enough. Talk to her to get the covetous silver serpent ring +1. Now we're going to be getting even more souls per kill. Now we're just going to go open up the shortcut to Militia from this side. I don't know how to do the wall glitch or whatever, so we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way. There is a way to get it from here, but I haven't done it yet. There's a guy playing possum to the right of this fog wall. He will attack you. Don't let him do it. Fun fact, the mace is extremely effective against these turtle enemies. Of course, we're just going to have him blow himself up anyway. We'll need some throwing daggers here, especially for one annoying hollow that we have to eliminate. Of course, he didn't hit the barrel here. We'll take him down to pretty much nothing. There are 2 particular hollows that are annoying as hell. This one right here, but there's another one up top. And he needs to die. He must die. And we'll open up the shortcut back to the bonfire. But we're not going to sit at it. Now this is the crucial part of the run. You really need to get this part right. You only have one chance to do it correctly. The only thing that can mess you up is if you die or you leave the arena. The gold pine resin that we picked up at the beginning of the game will be immensely helpful here. But this pattern for this boss is very simple. It's very easy, and we have the right weapon to do it. So there really is no sense in not doing it now. The only problem is he does stun locks on you. If he starts to stab like that, always roll to the right. Get a few hits in and get ready for him to do his charge attack. If he does his charge attack, that's your easy way to just roll past him and hit him a few times, rinse and repeat. Blocked it that time. If he hits you with that stab, you will be cursed. And he'll probably kill you. If you need to heal, You can wait till he does the charge attack. You can see he gets stunned a few times too if you keep hitting him with the mace. Now's a good time to heal. But you can see it's a very simple boss fight. And with the gold pine resin, it's going to make it even easier. Now we'll have the soul of the pursuer, the ring of blades, and more importantly, the souls that he gives us. Just get out of here. These enemies are a pain in the ass. They all spawn at the same time once you kill the pursuer. Now we need to go back to Majula and buy the cat ring from the cat. We have more than enough souls now to do it. But we're also going to buy some alluring skulls. All of the inventory that the cat sells right now is 10. But we're going to buy all 10 of them. We should have enough life gems to not have to worry about dying in the next boss fight. So we're going to buy the most important item, the silver cat ring, and then we need some alluring skulls. We're just going to buy all of them.
Satisfied?
Make sure you equip the cat ring before moving on. You need to make sure you have your fire bombs equipped, the alluring skulls. The witching urns will be nice for backup. Make sure you have some life gems as well. Using the Estus flask might be a tricky proposition with all of the enemies around us.
Is that here?
We're going to go ahead and turn in our next Estus shard here. Alright, now we have to kill this boss down here. This is absolutely, it has to happen. It's not the easiest boss in this stage of the game, but because we have so many fire bombs and we have the alluring skulls, it's going to be a lot easier than what it would be. You have to have the Ferrous Lockstone. Go ahead and get it here. Can't do this without it. This is the trickiest jump. Just run to the right and do a leaping jump to the right. You might need the poison moss if you get poisoned. But for our strategy, we shouldn't get poisoned. This is also where you might use a divine blessing that you could pick up in Majula. If you do not have force equipped, go ahead and equip it now from the bonfire. But we equipped it earlier, so we're good to go. Make sure you have your charm ready. Go up this ladder, and as soon as you get to the top of the ladder, insert the stone on the floor in front of you. This will drop the bridge. You'll have plenty of time to get across before the NPC gets to you. Stand to the side of the door like this and wait for him to come. Use force to knock him off. Now we need to deal with the next boss. The rats are a pain in the ass. I really don't like this boss fight, but using this kind of a build, when you have this many alluring skulls and fire bombs, it's not going to be that difficult. We don't really have a great shield either, and it seems like every time you attack a rat, their friends are going to hit you. So what I suggest you do is use the alluring skulls first, and then have the fire bombs equipped right behind it on your toolbar there. We're going to use fire bombs exclusively to take out the rats. If you can get them clustered up, it's even better. After you kill 10 rats, the Royal Vanguard rat will come. He's basically Strike from Gremlins. You have to identify him, and when you do, just keep your cursor locked on him so you don't forget where he's at. And just throw firebombs in his general direction. The luring skulls will keep the rats away from you for the most part. Now the Royal Rat Vanguard has appeared, and now, fun fact here, he doesn't seem to be affected by the alluring skulls. So this means you can isolate him from the pack. But once you know where he's at, keep your cursor, or try to keep your cursor locked in on him. You can see he doesn't seem affected by the alluring skulls at all. He's got the big hair on him, the mohawk stripe on his back. He will do a lot more damage than the other rats. You can see these rats are extremely annoying. It only takes a few hits to die at this stage of the game. There's the stripe right there. Missed on our witching urn there. The witching urn, if you hit a direct hit, it will do more damage than the firebombs. I don't know where he thinks he's going. If you're crowded by rats, just keep your shield up. And that's it. You have opened the gate to infinite wealth. Scrooge McDuck ain't got nothing on you. So what you need to do now is go back to Majula. We have to enter the Covenant of Champions. This will make all of the enemies a lot stronger, and you will do less damage. So you're probably wondering, why do this? You'll see very soon enough. You'll also get more souls once you go into New Game Plus, which we're about to do. Which is why we need the bonfire aesthetic. Join the Covenant of Champions. Now, when you join this covenant, your main objective is to get awestones so that you can trade them in for one of the best rings in all of the game, which is the Vanquishers Seal. If you've seen my Indiana Jones walkthrough, you know how good this ring is. And that's what I recommend you guys spec into, just because you're going to get 50 awestones in under an hour and a half. I'm not going to show all of the farming, but I'm just going to show you what to do. I would spec everything into strength to get the most out of the Vanquishers Seal. But of course you can do what you want. It is your build after all. You need to warp to Harvel's resting place. This is where we're going to burn the bonfire aesthetic. What this will do is respawn the NPC that invaded us earlier. By going into New Game Plus for this section of the game, we will get more souls, but we won't have to engage in combat, where we will not put yourself in danger at all. Now, the only problem here is we have to make sure we go up or down a ladder here. You'll see what I mean. I'm going to demonstrate it. We're basically going to do the same thing we did en route to the Rat Vanguard the first time we came through here. As soon as you go up this ladder, he will spawn. And we're going to do the same thing as before. He's got more health, but it doesn't matter because we're going to knock him off the ledge every time with force. And with the Silver Covetous Ring +1 and our setup here, we're going to be getting 7,700 something souls per kill. 7,757 souls, but more importantly, we get an awestone. Do this 49 more times, and you'll be able to get the Vanquishers Seal. Now, go to this bonfire. To get him to spawn again, you'll have to go down the hole and back up the ladder. He will not spawn unless you do this. Drop down and back up the ladder. And it's rinse and repeat. You will have infinite souls from here on out. If you want to increase the amount of souls you can get the Symbol of Avarice, and also take this bonfire's intensity even further. But you'll need more bonfire aesthetics, and you'll need to kill the Rat Vanguard over and over again. But for now, this is the best quick start you could possibly hope for in Dark Souls 2, and you'll get one of the best rings you can possibly get. And that's it, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy.